Hey everyone, this is Lisa from Life in Layouts, and today I have a layout for you using a page map sketch from November of 2018. This is the sketch that I'm going to be using, and it might look familiar because I recently did a layout with it. I'm going to be using this collection from My Mind's Eye called Hooray. I did pick this up from Tuesday morning, and it doesn't have a lot of pieces to it, but I think that I did really well with all of my embellishments on it. I am looking through the paper trying to decide which ones I'm going to use. This collection has some really pretty papers in it. Some of the papers in the collection have some foil in them. I didn't end up using any of the ones with foil, but I think that they're really pretty. The main paper that I'm going to be using is this mint green with polka dots on it, and I end up cutting strips, and they're going to go both on the left and right hand side of the layout. It does look like the photos would like overlap the paper, but I knew that the photos were going to hide all of that paper, so I just went ahead and cut the strips out and then measured with my hand how big the green paper on the right hand side needed to be cut. Once I get it all lined up, then I decide how long I need that paper on the far right, which is like confetti paper. It has like cupcakes and candles and other party decorations on it, and I use that so that I could bring in all of the colors in the layout. I kind of use that as like my stripe. Now these particular photos, we took a ton of them, so I will be using flip-flops in this layout. These photos are of a friend and I when we went out to the outlets for her birthday. We had dinner at Kobe's and then we went down to the outlets, and they had these freeze-dried cereal balls, which were very interesting. They were super cold, and so it kind of made us look like we were dragons, like there was smoke coming out of our mouth, which I thought was super fun. And this is in 2020 that this happened, so obviously we have our mask on. This would have been in August of 2020, so it was kind of towards like after the initial like real scare where we were still practicing safe distance, but we were able to kind of get back together with each other. I did pull out this pink paper from my collection. This collection didn't have a lot of B-side paper. I feel like this pink is super bright, but I really like it with the mint green color. The sketch does call for a piece of paper to be on the top and bottom, and I thought that the paper that said the word party, like repeated several times, was really cool, and I felt like it fit there. I did try out a border piece at the top, but I just didn't like the way that it looked. And the fact that the word party fit 3 times perfectly on the layout, it just was meant to be there. I did use this white paper here. It has a bunch of like triangles all over it, and it makes it kind of look like confetti. I did use my border punch to make like a scalloped edge for both the top and the bottom of the layout. I do go ahead and ink up all of my edges in a pink color, which I think it brings in all of the pieces and brings in that really bright pink paper that is on the left hand side of the layout. So as I'm putting the paper down, I just want to again thank you guys for watching some of my older videos. You guys have really brought up my watch hours, and I am so appreciative of that. If you haven't watched some of my most recent videos, just know that because I took such a long break, YouTube is treating me as if I'm a new content creator and not allowing me to kind of post as I was doing before. So if you could go back and watch some of my older videos, I would really appreciate it. There's tons of content, and I feel like even if you did watch them before, it has been more than a year since I posted, and so some of those older videos you might have forgotten about, and you can still get inspiration from them. So if you will please go and watch some of those, I would really appreciate it. Also want to thank you guys again for those who have gone back and watched some of my older videos. You guys have rocked my watch hours and have really brought them up significantly, and I just can't say thank you enough for doing that. All right, so on the left hand side of the layout, I do go ahead and pop up the food from Kobe's. If you guys have ever visited Florida, Kobe's is one of our pretty popular restaurants down here. It is a hibachi restaurant, so they like cook the food in front of you, and the food is just so yummy. Because of what was going on at that time in 2020, they were not doing the hibachi like they normally do. So normally there's like 10 people at the table, you're very close together, and so they were putting smaller groups in lots of space, so we were being safe and being distanced from each other. But because of that, the reservations to get into the part where they cook in front of you was like non-existent. It took a very long wait for that to happen. But they do also have the section where they're not cooking it in front of you, but they do bring out the food just like as if they were. And the food is just amazing. At the end of the day, it's amazing hibachi. That's what we ended up doing, was just kind of sitting at the tables. The only embellishments that were in this kit was a 6x12 sheet of stickers. So I had to pull out my embellishment book to supplement some of the embellishment pieces. On the right hand side of the layout, I have this heart that I put up on fun foam and this sticker that says love being together. I feel like that really plays into like where we were in August of 2020. And, you know, Christina is one of my really good friends. You've probably seen her on some of my other layouts. She is the one that I'm doing some of her children's layouts for as well. We have been friends forever. So it kind of has a double meaning of everything that was going on in 2020, realizing that we do love being together and we had to take a break from everybody for such a long time. And then also the fact that, you know, we have been friends forever and I love being with her as well. And then I also added just some other pieces. I've got a star and a hexagon and then just like a floral shape. And then I have a circle there that I'm going to go ahead and put the date on. And then on the left hand side, I have the word birthday, and that has the foil to it. And that's what I was telling about in regards to this particular collection. It has some really pretty foil pieces. Then I used some letter stickers from Ellie Studio to spell out the word amazing. And it's almost the exact same color as that pink cardstock. I really like the way that I was able to incorporate that color in both clusters. So I have the word amazing in the upper left-hand side, and then I'm going to add 2020 in the lower right hand side. I also showed it before, but because I had so many photos, I do end up using the flip flaps, and I think that these are an amazing way to add to your layouts without necessarily adding a ton of photos directly to your layouts. So I was able to get 4 additional photos with 2 flip flaps. One is going to be on the right hand side, and then one is going to be on the left hand side. All right, everyone, here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. If you enjoyed this video, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspiration, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.